what's up everyone? I'm so glad you're here because today we're talking about something that affects every single one of us, and yet so many people struggle with it without even realizing just how much it impacts their health, their mood, their energy, and even the progress they're making in fitness, and that's sleep. Not just any sleep, but the kind of deep, restorative sleep that makes you wake up feeling truly refreshed, energized, and ready to tackle the day like you actually mean it. And if you're anything like me, you've had those nights where no matter what you do, you just can't seem to fall asleep, where you're staring at the ceiling, checking the clock every few minutes, feeling your mind race with a million thoughts, and wishing there was some magical switch that would just shut everything off. And I know most of us have tried a bunch of things, from warm milk to breathing exercises, maybe some meditation, or even counting sheep. But sometimes it feels like nothing works and you're left lying there exhausted but wide awake, and the frustrating part is that lack of sleep doesn't just make you tired the next day, it slowly erodes your focus, your mood, your immune system, your workouts, and even the way your body processes food, which is why it's so important to find real, natural ways to help your body settle into sleep instead of just relying on caffeine the next morning to get through the day. What's really exciting, and what most people don't realize, is that the foods you eat can have a huge impact on your ability to fall asleep quickly and stay asleep all night long, because some foods naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that signals to your body that it's time to rest. And when melatonin levels rise, you start to feel drowsy, your body temperature drops slightly, and your brain begins to wind down as if it's preparing you for a perfect night of sleep. But modern life makes this so much harder than it used to be, because exposure to artificial lights, late night screen time, stress, irregular schedules, and even what and when you eat can all interfere with your body's natural melatonin production. And that's why incorporating melatonin-rich foods into your diet can be such a simple yet powerful way to help your body recognize it's time to switch off and relax naturally without resorting to sleeping pills or supplements. And the best part is that these foods don't just help you fall asleep, they also improve the quality of your sleep, helping you get more deep sleep and REM sleep, which are the stages that make you actually feel rested when you wake up in the morning. So by making small adjustments to your diet and routine, you can really start to see a difference in how quickly you drift off, how often you wake up at night, and how refreshed you feel when your alarm goes off in the morning. And once your body starts getting those consistent signals that it's time to rest, falling asleep becomes easier and even enjoyable, because you're not fighting against your own natural rhythms. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in this video by looking at 6 delicious foods that are naturally rich in melatonin and that you can start incorporating tonight to help you sleep faster and better. All right, so let's start with one of my personal favorites, cherries, and I mean the real game changer when it comes to melatonin-rich foods, because cherries aren't just delicious. They actually contain melatonin naturally, which means they can help your body recognize it's time to wind down. And what's even more interesting is that tart cherries in particular have been studied and shown to improve sleep quality and duration. So if you've been struggling with restless nights, adding cherries to your evening routine can make a noticeable difference. And the great thing is you can enjoy them in so many ways, fresh, frozen, or even as tart cherry juice. And personally, I like to have a small glass of tart cherry juice about an hour before bed, because it gently nudges my body into that sleepy, relaxed state without making me feel groggy. And the antioxidants in cherries are an added bonus for overall health, which is another reason I love including them in my diet regularly, because they do more than just help with sleep. They support your immune system and reduce inflammation too. And for those of you who don't like drinking juice, you can snack on a handful of fresh cherries in the evening maybe while watching a show or winding down from the day, and it becomes a simple ritual that your body starts to associate with rest, which is really powerful over time. And speaking of rituals, that's the key when it comes to sleep. Consistent habits that tell your body it's time to relax and shut off. Because melatonin-rich foods work best when your body knows what to expect. And cherries are just the start, because once you see how a simple, tasty snack can actually influence your sleep, it makes it easier to add other foods that work in similar ways. And the timing matters too. So having cherries an hour or two before bed gives your body the signal without making you feel too full or uncomfortable while you try to drift off. And I know some people think that if they just eat more of something, they'll fall asleep faster. But it's really about a small, consistent amount that helps nudge your body into the right rhythm. And that's why cherries are perfect, because you don't need a huge portion, just a handful or a small glass of juice is enough to get the benefits. And the taste makes it enjoyable too. So it doesn't feel like a chore. And that's the beauty of using real foods to help with sleep. It's natural, sustainable, and it integrates easily into your daily life, unlike supplements that can sometimes feel forced or artificial. And by combining cherries with other sleep-supportive foods, you start to create an evening routine that works with your body's biology instead of against it. And as we go through the rest of the foods, you'll see how each one has its own unique properties that support melatonin production, muscle relaxation, or tryptophan conversion, which all come together to help you fall asleep faster and improve your overall sleep quality. And the cherry example is just a gentle introduction to this idea that food isn't just fuel, it's also a signal, a tool, and a natural way to communicate with your body, letting it know it's time to rest. And when you start seeing the effects of even small changes like this, it becomes motivating to keep experimenting with other melatonin-rich foods, because sleep is one of those things that affects literally everything in your life, from mood and focus to fitness results and energy. And the sooner you start using food to help support it, the sooner you'll notice a real difference. And that's why cherries are such an easy and delicious first step in this journey toward better sleep. Now, moving on to another super effective sleep supporting food that I personally love and think a lot of people underestimate, and that's nuts, specifically almonds and walnuts, because these little powerhouses are packed with nutrients that do way more than just taste good. They actually help your body relax and get ready for sleep. And what's really interesting is that walnuts contain melatonin naturally, which means they can directly increase your body's melatonin levels and improve sleep quality, while almonds are rich in magnesium, a mineral that plays a huge role in relaxation and in regulating your body's internal clock. And even a small handful of these nuts in the evening can make a noticeable difference over time, especially if you make it a consistent habit. And I like to pair them with something else that promotes relaxation, like a warm cup of herbal tea or a few pieces of dark chocolate. Just enough to make it enjoyable without going overboard, because the combination of melatonin, magnesium, and healthy fats is really powerful for helping your body wind down. And another thing I love about almonds and walnuts is that they're incredibly versatile, so you can eat them on their own. Mix them into a small bowl of yogurt, sprinkle them on oatmeal, or even blend them into a smoothie if that's your style. And incorporating them into your evening routine becomes almost effortless once you find the method that works for you. And it's not just about the nutrients themselves, it's also about creating a signal to your body, because when you eat these nuts consistently in the evening, your body starts to associate them with relaxation and bedtime, which can make it easier to fall asleep naturally. And the timing matters here too. So try to have your handful of nuts about an hour or two before bed to give your body time to process the nutrients and start producing melatonin. And you don't need a huge amount, just enough to give your body that gentle nudge toward rest. And for those who are worried about calories, a small handful of almonds or walnuts is perfect. It's satisfying without being heavy, and it won't leave you feeling bloated while you try to sleep. And another tip I like to share is that combining these nuts with other melatonin boosting foods, like a little bit of tart cherry juice or a banana, can create a synergistic effect that really helps signal to your body that it's time to relax. And it's amazing how quickly your sleep can improve once you start making small adjustments like this, because you're not forcing your body to sleep. You're simply giving it the tools it already needs to do what it wants to do, which is rest and recover. And the more consistent you are, the better the results, because your body loves patterns. And when you consistently eat these nuts in the evening, you start to create a natural routine that supports deep, restorative sleep. And over time, this can reduce the tossing and turning, help you fall asleep faster, and even improve your overall mood and energy during the day. And that's the beauty of using real foods to help with sleep. It's gentle, natural, and sustainable, unlike relying on sleeping pills or other artificial solutions. And when you combine the power of nuts with other sleep-supporting foods like oats, bananas, milk, or fatty fish, you create a complete, holistic approach to evening nutrition that naturally primes your body for rest. And once you see how effective this simple change can be, it becomes motivating to continue experimenting and building a routine that works perfectly for your lifestyle. Because at the end of the day, good sleep is foundational for everything in your health and fitness journey, and nuts are such an easy, delicious, and nutrient-packed way to start improving it. Next, let's talk about a food that's probably already in your kitchen, but many people don't realize how powerful it can be for sleep, and that's oats. And the reason oats are so effective is because they're packed with nutrients that support your body's natural production of melatonin. And they also contain complex carbohydrates that help more tryptophan, an amino acid, get into your brain. And tryptophan is what your body converts into serotonin and eventually melatonin, which is why having a small bowl of oatmeal in the evening can really help signal to your body that it's time to wind down. And the great thing about oats is how versatile they are. So you can enjoy them plain, or you can add things like almond milk, a sliced banana, or a few nuts to make it more flavorful and satisfying. And because oats are gentle on your stomach, they won't leave you feeling bloated or uncomfortable while you're trying to fall asleep, which is really important because heavy or greasy foods late at night can have the opposite effect and actually keep you awake. And another reason I love oats is that they're comforting, warm and filling without being too heavy. And that feeling of comfort can actually signal to your brain that it's time to relax and get ready for sleep, which is why oatmeal is such a popular bedtime snack in many cultures. And it's not just a myth. Research actually shows that complex carbohydrates like those in oats can help increase tryptophan levels in your brain, which then gets converted into serotonin and melatonin. So it's a real physiological effect, not just a placebo, and pairing oats with other sleep-supportive foods like a banana or some walnuts can create a synergistic effect that makes it even easier for your body to drift off. And the timing matters too. So aim to have your oatmeal about an hour before bed to give your body time to process everything and start producing melatonin naturally. And you don't need a huge portion, just enough to feel satisfied and relaxed. And for those who might think oatmeal is just for breakfast, it's really perfect for evening because it's slow digesting, which helps stabilize blood sugar levels overnight, reducing the chances of waking up in the middle of the night due to hunger or energy crashes. And that's another reason oats are such a great tool for supporting deep, restorative sleep. And the beauty of incorporating oats into your evening routine is that it's easy, affordable, and something you can customize in so many ways to suit your tastes. And because oats contain fiber, they also promote gut health, which is important because your gut and sleep are closely connected. So eating oats regularly can improve both digestion and sleep quality. And when you start to combine oats with other melatonin-rich foods like cherries, nuts, or bananas, you're creating an evening routine that's powerful and natural, helping your body regulate its sleep cycles without relying on supplements or medications. And over time, consistently eating oats at night can help your body develop a natural rhythm. So falling asleep becomes easier and more automatic. And once your body gets used to this rhythm, you'll notice that you not only fall asleep faster, but also sleep more deeply, wake up less during the night, and feel more refreshed in the morning, which is exactly what we're aiming for when we focus on foods that support melatonin production. Now, let's move on to a food that's probably one of the most classic and comforting bedtime choices, and that's bananas. And the reason bananas are so effective for sleep goes beyond just being sweet and easy to eat, because they're packed with magnesium and potassium, two minerals that help relax your muscles and calm your nervous system. And they also contain tryptophan, the amino acid that your body converts into serotonin, and then melatonin, which makes them a natural sleep-promoting food. And I love bananas because they're convenient, portable, and versatile, so you can eat them on their own. Slice one into a small bowl of oatmeal, or pair it with a spoonful of almond butter or yogurt for a snack that's both satisfying and sleep supportive. And the combination of tryptophan and magnesium is especially powerful because while tryptophan helps your brain produce melatonin, magnesium helps your body relax, so the two work together to create that perfect pre-sleep state. And timing is important too. So eating a banana about an hour before bed gives your body time to start processing it and producing melatonin naturally. And one of the reasons I recommend bananas over some other sugary snacks is that they provide a slow, steady release of energy without spiking your blood sugar, which can actually interfere with falling asleep. And in addition to their sleep-promoting nutrients, bananas contain fiber, which can help keep your digestion on track overnight. And good digestion is essential because discomfort in your stomach or intestines can keep you tossing and turning all night. And another tip I like to share is that combining a banana with a handful of nuts, like almonds or walnuts, creates a synergy of nutrients that help your body produce melatonin and relax at the same time. And this combination is really satisfying without being heavy, which is perfect for a bedtime snack. And bananas are also naturally sweet, which helps satisfy cravings without needing processed sugars that can disrupt your sleep. And for people who enjoy a little extra flavor, adding a sprinkle of cinnamon or a dash of cocoa powder can make it even more delicious while keeping it natural and healthy. And the routine of eating a banana or a banana-based snack can also become a psychological cue for your body, signaling that it's time to wind down. And over time, this consistency helps regulate your sleep schedule and makes falling asleep easier. And the beauty of bananas is that they're available year-round, inexpensive, and easy to incorporate into your evening routine, which means you don't have to wait for special ingredients or complicated recipes. And when you combine bananas with other melatonin-rich foods we've talked about, like oats, cherries, or nuts, you start building a full evening nutrition plan that supports sleep naturally. And this is the kind of small, sustainable change that can have a huge impact over time, because you're not forcing your body to sleep with pills or supplements. You're giving it exactly what it needs to do, what it's already designed to do. And once you start noticing the difference in how quickly you fall asleep and how refreshed you feel in the morning, it becomes motivating to continue exploring other sleep, supportive foods and habits. And that's exactly what we're building toward in this series, creating an easy, natural, and effective approach to better sleep that fits seamlessly into your life and supports your overall health and fitness goals. Because sleep isn't just about feeling rested, it's about optimizing your energy, mood, recovery, and performance, and bananas are one of the simplest, most delicious tools to help get you there.